Last Friday, the anti-Russia hype machine was on full blast as Democratic Representative Seth Moulton decided to use decades-old information to condemn Russia. Appearing on CNN's New Day, Moulton said that military officials, for the first time, admitted that Russia broke the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty and claimed that Trump isn't doing a thing about it.
Russia has now violated the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty. Right. I asked a question of the Vice Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff on the Armed Services Committee about that, and for the first time, the chiefs admitted, yes, Russia is in violation of this treaty. And by the way, the Trump administration is not doing anything about that. This is a serious issue.
But there's a problem with Moulton's claim. It's not some new development. It was reported in 2013 that Russia was in violation of the treaty, possibly dating back all the way to 2008. But Moulton wasn't done making his case for fallout shelters in a new arms race. He went on to detail that the US and Russia previously kept their fingers off the nuclear launch codes because we had mutually assured destruction. Essentially, Russia, if they launched all their nukes, the US would launch all of theirs, and the world would be over. But Moulton warns us that Russia now says that they will use smaller, shorter-range nukes to end a violent regional conflict, like the one in Ukraine, for instance. And he feels that the US is not prepared for that sort of conflict. Moulton is correct. This is Russia's new doctrine. It's called escalate to de-escalate. It's just that this became their doctrine back in January of 2000. That's 17 years ago. To think that our military hasn't addressed Russia's short-range nukes in 17 years, that's absolutely stupid. I mean, I guess the most powerful military in the world could have ignored a major development from the other military superpower in the world. Anything's possible, I suppose. But Moulton's stupidity knows no bounds when you're trying to incite a Cold War. No, you just have to start turning to hypotheticals. Moulton decided to ram his point home by asking, what if Russia used a nuke on American troops that are training in Poland? Well, that's a pretty bold what if. I mean, since they actually have the ability, why not throw out the situation they'd shoot a nuke at New York, London, LA? We could play that game all day long. Of course, I do think it's necessary. I need to point out that Moulton would directly benefit from military spending. Moulton's from Massachusetts. They're home to Raytheon. GE builds jet engines there. And Moulton has continuously called for the military to invest in robotics, like those coming out of MIT. Lawmakers like Moulton are trying to ram us headfirst into conflict with Russia. But why? It's because they want defense contracts. But why wouldn't they use North Korea or ISIS or something like that as your starting point? The answer has to do actually with Russia's predictability. Russia has the ability to end the world. So we know that they won't risk all of that by going to all-out war with the US. They'll play the world's most dangerous game of chicken or set up proxy wars in countries that we shouldn't care about. But ultimately, they aren't as nuts as North Korea or even ISIS. Now I know, right now you're sitting there watching this video and hammering out the "when did ROF become pro-Russia" comments. First of all, no one asked me to take a certain stance on this issue. My philosophy has always been diplomacy first. We are outraged right now at Donald Trump for cutting the State Department budget while raising military budgets. But we change our tune when it comes to Russia. Yes, Russia needs to be investigated for their ties to the White House. Yes, I know, Putin can be dangerous. It's scary, right? But we have to work with Russia or we will be damned to live through another Cold War. The same goes for any country. We need to use diplomacy first. Then, if necessary, have a strong military to back it up. But we don't need to be buying cases of MREs and hiding in our basement over 17-year-old breaking military news from Democrat Seth Moulton.
If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you've done all those things, please check out all the videos below. Stay up to date with everything we do here at Ring of Fire.